What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG TCG video. Today, guys, we are going to be going over the new Crystal Beast support that is set to release in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck, Legend of the Crystal Beast. Very excited to be discussing these cards with you guys, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So typically with these videos, I go over the monsters first, then the extra deck monsters, and end it off with the spells and traps. But like most other Crystal Beast support, and now I can actually say that because with the Advanced Crystal Beast being released for Animation Chronicles 2022, it's not every time we get Crystal Beast support now, but unfortunately the structure deck didn't get the memo because just like all other Crystal Beast support that we've gotten in the past, we are going over spell and trap card support because that's what Crystal Beast needs, more spell and trap card support. And the first card that we're going to be going over is Crystal Protection, a normal spell that reads you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Target one Crystal Beast monster card you control, destroy it, then special summon one Crystal Beast token with the same original type, attribute, level, and attack and defense. And if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell and trap card zone, and this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can banish this card, special summon one Crystal Beast monster card from your spell zone. So this is pretty interesting to say the least. To be able to summon a token to your field by targeting Crystal Beast monster you control and destroying it, which will make it be sent to the spell and trap card zone, is pretty interesting to say the least. It just basically allows you to get another Crystal Beast monster onto your field, so that way you can make it easier to go into your Rainbow Dragon. So that's a pretty cool effect. And then the second effect to basically make it to where you can special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your spell and trap card zone to open up your spell and trap card zone, so that way you can start setting your cards and stuff like that. You know, that's a pretty nice effect as well. So honestly, these two effects make this card a pretty nice card in my opinion. I do think there is some use to this card. So with that, the next card that we're going to be going over is Awakening of the Crystal Lord, a quick play spell that reads you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Reveal one ultimate crystal monster in your hand to activate one of these effects. Or, if you control an ultimate crystal monster, activate one or both of these effects. Take one bridge card except Evolutionary Bridge, S-Forge Bridgehead, and Stellar Knight Sky Bridge, or one Rainbow Refraction from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And then the or effect part of it is that you can special summon one Crystal Beast monster card from your hand, deck, graveyard, or spell and trap zone. And I gotta talk about the first part of this effect because this is just so unnecessary and stupid. This card is basically saying you can search for either Rainbow Bridge, Bridge of Salvation, or Rainbow Refraction. But the thing that really bothers me with that first part of the effect is, why don't you just say target a bridge card that specifically lists a Crystal Beast in its card text? Like, it's not really, you know, hard to really put that in the effect instead of having to list out exceptional cards that you cannot search off of this effect. Like, that to me is stupid. Why are they making this more complicated than it needs to be? Just say it needs to search for a bridge card that lists a Crystal Beast in its name. Like, that's all you need to do, but they decided to do this weird gymnastics crap where they're just naming off different bridge cards, which doesn't help for like future sets. Like, let's say we do get a bridge card, because that means now that this card, you know, doesn't say that it needs a Crystal Beast in its name, guess what? You can now search that future card that might not even be part of the Crystal Beast deck. Like, I don't know, the whole planning with this card just seems so poor, and I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, but kind of getting that complaint out of the way. The card itself is nice to be able to search for these three spell cards. I mean, that's pretty cool in my opinion. You know, just being able to search for these cards to get easy access to them is always nice. And then the other effect to be able to special summon a Crystal Beast monster card from your hand, deck, graveyard, or spell trap zone, basically anywhere, is really cool as well. To just easily get access to, like, maybe like your Ruby Carbuncle, your Sapphire Pegasus, or whatever you need in that moment. In my opinion, I actually think this is a pretty nice card as well, in my opinion. Again, though, that first part of its effect is just so weird and honestly unnecessary in my opinion. Like, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to write it that way, but I guess that's just the way that we're gonna have to deal with that card. But with that being said, the next card that we're going to be discussing is Crystal Grace, a normal trap that reads you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Special summon up to 2 Crystal Beast monster cards from your spell and trap zone, and if you do, gain life points equal to their total original attack, and if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell and trap zone while this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can banish this card, activate the top card of your deck, and if it's a Crystal Beast monster, either add it to your hand or special summon it, otherwise send it to the graveyard. So this is actually a pretty interesting card. So to be able to get 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your spell and trap zone and being able to special summon it is really cool. Like it said with like Crystal Protection, it allows your back row to basically be free, so that way you can actually start setting cards, so that's always nice. And then being able to gain life points from that as well, that's actually pretty cool as well, just to kind of give a little boost to your life points, so maybe it's going to take a little bit longer for your opponent to have to kill you. Now, obviously, you know, unless you're summoning like Amber Mammoth and like Sapphire Pegasus, you know, for the most value you're going to get besides like 2 Pegasus, I guess, as well. Like, you're not going to get too much attack points because something like Ruby Carbuncle is not going to give you that much life points. But you know what? Just any type of life points that might make it to where your opponent's going to have a harder time to kill you, you know, that's always nice, even though it potentially might not really be too much, but it's always nice to have. And then being able to basically excavate a Crystal Beast monster to potentially get it to your hand or to special summon it is cool, but again, you have to excavate the top card of your deck and have to hope that you hit the Crystal Beast monster in order to actually get it, or you're just going to end up sending a card to your graveyard. So it's a cool effect, it's just more of an alright effect in my opinion. So overall, this card, not really that bad in my opinion. I think really this card strives with the first effect to help you basically get your back row like cleared up a little bit more, but you know, it's a trap card, so you're going to have to set this card, which doesn't help with, you know, getting rid of your back row. But hey, after you activate this and then you return 2 of your Crystal Beast monsters from the spell and trap zone to the monster zone to be able to clear up, that's 3 cards you can set, so that's pretty cool in my opinion. And with that said, the next card that we're going to be discussing is Crystal Miracle, a counter trap that reads you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, destroy 1 Crystal Beast card you control, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. If the Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell and trap zone while this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can banish this card, place 1 Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. So this is actually pretty cool to be able to get a Crystal Beast monster into your spell and trap card zone, so that way you can Ruby Carbuncle it back into your monster zone, which is pretty nice. And you know, being able to get more Crystal Beast names to your field, so that way you can go into Rainbow Dragon. Pretty nice effect in my opinion. And for the first effect, to be able to negate an effect is really nice as well, by just popping a Crystal Beast monster, which isn't going to really matter too much because it's just going to be sent to the spell and trap card zone. And although, yeah, you know, that's one less zone that you're going to be able to really use, like I said earlier, with like Ruby Carbuncle's effect, if you pop the card and then, you know, you use this card and banish it, and being able to obviously get a Crystal Beast monster into your spell and trap card zone, you can summon your Ruby Carbuncle, bring back your 2 Crystal Beast monsters, and then you're gonna really be able to solve that problem anyways. So overall, I actually think this is a pretty nice card in my opinion. Again, it does kind of suck that it's a trap card. I think it would have been a lot more beneficial if it was a spell card, like a quick play spell card, but in my opinion, I still think it's a pretty nice card in my opinion. So yeah, with that being said, this is going to lead us to our final card of the video, which is CrystalBrilliance, a continuous trap card, which reads, you can only control 1 CrystalBrilliance. Crystal Beast monsters you control gain attack equal to their original offense, and if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell and trap zone, even during the damage step, you can send this face-up card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard, special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your hand or graveyard. Also, any damage you take this turn is halved. So this is actually a interesting kind of battle trick card, you know, to be able to basically help your Crystal Beast monsters gain attack based off of that monster's defense. points is actually pretty cool, so you can actually get some pretty beefy Crystal Beast monsters is really cool, and then being able to special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your hand or graveyard is also really nice as well, in my opinion. So this is actually a really cool card. Again, it's a nice like battle trick card to help you get over some of your opponent's monsters, and then being able to get more Crystal Beast monsters to your field is always nice as well. So in my opinion, I actually think this is another pretty good card in my opinion. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to be it for this new Crystal Beast support. So yeah, general thoughts on the new support. Cool support, but little disappointed. And it's just more because of the fact that it's another Crystal Beast support that's just focused on spells and traps. Now, I have been someone that has been getting really sick and tired of the Crystal Beast support because all they do anymore is spells and traps. And although we got Advanced Crystal Beast in Animation Chronicles 2022, you know, those are the dark versions that we saw in the anime. But although I feel like they are somewhat finally listening to us, this structure deck is not really helping with that case either, because this was an opportunity to make new Crystal Beast monsters, maybe make upgrades of the original 7, or maybe even make new exclusive ones that maybe don't have to follow the rainbow color. Like, that is what I wanted to see from this Crystal Beast structure deck. When we heard about the structure deck for the first time, that was the #1 thing that I wanted to see from this set, and I didn't want to see any more new spell and trap support because we've gotten plenty at this point. We don't need any more, and yet they're still insistent on giving us spell and trap card support. And I feel like the next time that we do get Crystal Beast support, they need to stop with the spells and traps because this is getting nowhere. The biggest problem that Crystal Beasts have right now is that they need more monsters, yet they're so I don't know, like, it's just that they're so focused on giving us spell and trap card support that they're not fixing the problem, which is needing to get more monsters to make the deck a little bit more playable, because it makes it so hard to go into your big boss plays with Rainbow Dragon, because it's not really that easy because of the limitations that we have with these monster cards. So, in my opinion, that is the main focus that they need to do. They need to start to figure out a way to give us some Crystal Beast monsters and stop with the spell and trap support. Again, I do think the spell and trap card support that we got in this set is some pretty cool support. But again, we need to focus on monsters, not spells and traps. And Konami really needs to start considering doing that, because that is going to help this deck out a lot. But that's going to be my thoughts for this new OCG TCG video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Crystal Beast support for this Legend of the Crystal Beast structure deck. Did you like the support? Did you think it was okay support? Or were you not the biggest fan of the support? And let me know your guys' opinion on whether or not we need more Crystal Beast monsters. I do believe that this deck needs to have more Crystal Beast monsters, but let me know if you guys do agree with that, or do you think it's completely fine where we're at right now and that they can still focus on spells and traps. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this and the support down below. But with that being said, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care and have yourselves a great rest of your day.